The plan is we're going to just jump pretty much right into the SAS case, talk about that, find out what you think about it. We'll talk about the role of pay and incentives. I want you to walk away understanding that money is not a bad thing, because I'm sure some of you had that opinion. But I don't want you to walk away thinking that money is the only way you can get people to do things.
Teaching the executive MBA students is really exciting. They come in, they're very interested in the material, they're very engaged in the material because it's what they live with every day in their jobs, in their day jobs. These people know so much, and my job is to get out of their way and let them talk about the things they need to talk about.
I worked for a company that started off private and very unique and had this kind of aspect to it, though I didn't work for it in those heydays. And then I came in when they were public, and also moving more and more towards about to be bought by a larger corporation. And these things couldn't last. You just saw them drop off one by one.
I want them to be thinking about what it's like when they work, what issues they're facing, what their day-to-day experience is. And so if I can replicate that in the class, I'm very happy.
Rewards can discourage risk-taking. Alternatively, I think Jenny pointed out that there are ways in which they can encourage bad risk-taking, and sometimes they undermine the true interests in the organization. Philip?
I would just like to add one to the list, and that is that people get used to money incredibly quickly. So there comes a point you have your pay rise, you're very flattered for a few days or weeks, but then you're used to it and you're looking for the next step, and I think that happens quite quickly.
Yeah, I know there's a great line in the SAS case, a raise is only a raise for 30 days, right?
The professors are incredibly high level, so they know what they're talking about and they're very good at guiding the whole class. But a great part of it is really the involvement from the class, and you really get different views on things.
You know, it's not just the stock options or the money. They might be motivated by something else. Why do we always generalize that successful people are the ones that are motivated by the explicit benefits, like
I'm going to let Harry respond.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they are motivated, ambitious to just make a lot of money. It's about ambitious about what you want to do.
You get to hear other people's view, people that you wouldn't in your daily life have contact with. You know, if you stay in your business, in your line of business, you wouldn't meet this kind of view being in that business. So this really helps bringing people together with a very different background.
I think they would trade those stock options and everything that Silicon Valley has to offer because they go to work, they work 35 hours, they have all the resources they need to do a great job. They're motivated and they're ambitious about doing a good job in what they're doing. They live near, friends and family in a nice area. That's what's important to them.
Teaching the executive MBA students is a little bit different than teaching the full-time MBAs. They have a lot more experience. They are still working every day. They spend 5 days at their job, and what they bring to the classroom is a wealth of experience.
He has a competitive advantage in a sense that when the bad times come, if he really lives the values, he would probably sacrifice some of his profit to keep his team, while other public companies probably wouldn't be able to do that.
During the first week, we had a course on leadership, and that really allowed us to focus on what were our strengths and weaknesses as future leaders and identify things to work on. And I actually implemented that immediately after and discussed it with my manager and even saw the effects a couple of months later on. So I saw that was actually really useful from a personal point of view.
There's something I can do with this class of people, with the executive MBAs, that I can't do with the full-time MBAs, which is I can, instead of giving them a case to write up at the end of the class, I can ask them to write up a case themselves based on the experiences in their own organizations.
Whatever you learn here in the first semester, you will keep on working with in your business. So this way of combining your daily work with education, I think this is the perfect way of learning.
And that's it. See you tomorrow.